you a lecture non-stop. So please be clear on that. If somebody is not in mute, could you please help me in put on mute, and then so that it will make both of our lives easier. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yes, so thank you very much for that. So I just wanted to take you through how the HR functions work. Our topic is all about what is HR. In a corporate point of view, what are all the HR functions, right? So we have already we have learned in textbook. We are learning on a daily basis. And as Murugan already informed me, in this group there is not only HR group. There are a lot of other stream people also have joined the session. But then for you people, technically you will not be able to understand what I'm talking about also. But in terms of how to get in, once you're done with your degree, how to get into a job. So that part will be able to, you will get a glimpse on how to get into a job post your graduation or post graduation. So in that area, I think this presentation or webinar will be helpful for you. So so within my as I will introduce myself. I mean, I'm Anil Srikumar. Okay, I'm having 10 plus years of experience in HR industry, both in Indian HR functions as well as Middle East HR functions. So I was associated, like what exactly Murugan said, associated with multinational companies like Sutherland, Stanchart, Cognizant, back in Chennai, and then in Middle East, I worked with UAE as a HR executive. Plus, I moved again. I worked with Qatar, one limited liability company as senior HR executive for almost 3 years, and then I moved back to India again. Then right now I'm working in Manara Al Jubail Construction and Contracting Company. It is MCCL. It is more or less engineering and civil electromechanical company. We are more into maintenance plus shutdown jobs plus civil construction based jobs. So currently, my designation is as HR manager in this company, and the overall strength of this company is 4,000 plus. Okay, so that is all about my introduction in a nutshell. So let me get into the real topic. Okay, before getting into the real topic, I just wanted to let you all know that rather being a one-way communication, I would prefer it to be an interactive session. So any questions in between, please ping me here or just inform to Professor Murugan, so that Murugan can let me know if you have any questions or any doubts in between, right? So yes, so basically HR, it's like what is HR, all those definitions of HR. We all learned what exactly is HR. HR is describes as people who make up the workforce of an organization or an industry, right? They are the one who is deciding how many, what is the scope of how many people we need to assign, totally how many people are in this kind of company, how many we need to keep in the system, how many we need to check them out, how many we need to utilize effectively in terms of their pay, in terms of their life cycle in the particular organization. Everything, they are the one who is deciding. So in a nutshell, we can call it as HR is a backbone of the company, or HR is the one who is representing the company, right? That is absolutely true. HR is the one who is representing the company. And so in order to get into that field, okay, you should possess some people who wanted to, or you people who aspire in getting into a profession, HR profession. You should possess some quality, right? You should possess some quality. So those qualities I will jot down. Okay, you should if you does not feel that you does not have these qualities, it is not mandatory, but people who is actually aspiring HR career, it is very much mandatory. You can actually practice it, or if people who are all on top of all these qualities, well and good, much appreciated. But people who doesn't have these qualities, please try to cultivate all these habits. Okay. And these are all easy examples and easy way you can do it by yourself, being at home. Especially this is pandemic lockdown situation, right? You can practice by staying back at home. It is not this all these qualities does not require much of a faculty's assistance or much of a classroom training sessions. Okay. So this is nothing but for cultivating habits by your own. That is also a major point in HR. That is called self-development or self-analysis. Where are we standing currently? How? What are all the steps we need to point on in order to grow up to the next level of career? So these are all the self-development qualities. Right. So the first point, the qualities of a good HR person, which I'm talking. Okay. First, I'll talk what are all the qualities a good HR person should possess, and then later on, I will get into the corporate functions in a corporate, how HR is working. I mean, what HR functions all about in a corporate. So, first quality which you need to possess is being human. Okay. Being human in the sense, hopefully everybody will understand that it's a self descriptive point. Being human, being kind, be a good attitude, good character. Okay, so please don't unnecessarily show off. Okay, keep always low profile, right? So that is always one point. And second point, knowledge sharing quality. Majority of our people, I would rather, I'm taking a pause here. Could you please, people, the participants who really wanted to aspire HR as a career, could you please make a note of all these things? I would rather appreciate you do that. So, these are all, I am just finding out, these are all the point of view. I'm just telling you, these are all the things which I've not learned from my classroom sessions. Okay, if you have any more clarifications you require, you can just refer with Professor Murugan. In our classrooms, they were not studied, or they are not given this kind of lectures or things like that. So please make a note of all this. Today or tomorrow, this may help you in terms of your career aspirations in HR field. Okay, so knowledge sharing quality among your peers, your colleagues, or your team members. If one person is not knowing something, even in your classroom itself, one person is not able to understand something, and if he is asking doubt, okay, please help him. That stands you as an individual in front always. Please help him. That quality will always reflect on your in when you are getting into a company as well. So your team member, because majority of the companies in Indian corporate, I'm telling you, big time politics is happening. So say for example, in a team, within a team, people will think, okay, if I share this knowledge, this guy will grow a ladder up in this time promotion, and I will lose my promotion. And some people will never disclose the information or knowledge which they have. So that is a very bad practice. Please avoid that. Such things will, being a HR profession, such things will pull you down. Okay, so don't do that. Please share the knowledge which you have to your team members. Okay, even in your career, I mean, in your academics as well as once you join in a company. And the other thing is effective communication skills. Effective communication skills in the sense, this is a huge area which I can describe you for a one-day session, but then due to the time constraints, I'm not getting into that. Effective communication in the sense, people, I've experienced this back in my academics, MBA. I'm not telling you to pinpoint here anybody, but then even MBA lecturers or MBA, students, unfortunately or fortunately, English is a universal language, right? So we need to follow that. So even back in MBA sessions, even there was a paper called what is that, effective business communication, right? People, I know that people whom are, the faculties or people whom are all perceiving it or like giving a lecture in Tamil sessions. No, that is a bad practice. So please continue your curriculum in effectively in English itself. Even though our problem is South Indians are majorly facing this problem, rejection fear. If you openly speak up, how in which way people will perceive whether am I making any mistakes or am I right? How will I construct a sentence without any grammatical errors? That is actually secondary. Please keep away all those thoughts in your mind. First, give it a try. Okay, first give it a try. Start constructing sentences and start giving lectures, and start giving, participate in programs like group discussions. Can you please keep on mute? I request you to please keep on mute.
Prasanna, mute the participants.
Yes. So
yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
No worries. No worries. So I wanted people, your participation is very much important. How things will work, that is actually secondary. Okay. If you have any doubts post the session, you can check with Murugan. When I was, participating, when we were studying MBA, Murugan and myself, we were participating things. Even though we does not have, we will pick up random topics. We will go to the stage. We will excel at whether it is right or wrong. We will do it. So that is your starting point. So if you are not doing that on that dais, you cannot come out and you cannot excel in anywhere else. So please, that is the area which you can make in enough number of mistakes, and please make mistakes and then learn it. Okay. So that is what effective communication skills is very much required. Your linguistic skills, your other skills in terms of communication. People who has any problem, please, this is a lockdown period. I told you already. Stay back at home. You will have a big mirror, in front of Almira, stand and then practice it. Okay, you don't need to go out on lockdown and getting caught by the police. You be inside the home and then practice it. Okay, that is one way you can develop your effective communication skills. Because if you are randomly there will be a systematic procedure. That is what majority of the people will not be able to. They know the stuff, but they will not be able to present it in a systematic order because they were randomly selecting a topic and they started talking about it. No, there should be a proper order. First is introduction, right, and then a subject, right, and then the body of the subject, right? Or what exactly you wanted to say. Then conclusion, then summarizing. So that is how you will bifurcate it. So bifurcate it. If you practice, even if you are started talking about the common subject, which is happening day to day, this is, if you do it in this way, practice it in this way, each and every topic, if somebody wanted to ask you to present it, you will be able to nail it. Take it from me. This is a guarantee from my side. Any topic, you can crack it. Okay. So that is the other point. And majority of our people, majority of our MBA grads, okay, fresh grads or graduates, or say, for example, even working people face one problem at the time when they are giving a shot for an interview, giving a try for an interview, is their ability in articulating their experience into communication. Okay, so that is I hope everybody note down this point. Please note down this point, because you people are, once you're done with your mass graduation or graduation, you are going to try for many interviews. So this is very, very important. Ability in articulate your experience into communication, right? So anybody, Murugan, can you please hello?
Yes, Anil, tell me.
Can you please allow any one participant to talk about something what I've informed right now, the ability in articulate their experience into communication?
So yes, that you can directly ask Anil. Participants, you can unmute yourself and post a question to Mr. Anil.
No, he wants to articulate what he said, sir.
Yes.
Can anyone do that? Can anyone do that? He want anyone to do.
I told you that I wanted the session to be interactive. I don't want a one-way communication to be happen here. So I am just telling you one point here. The ability in articulating your experience into communication. Can you please give anyone? Could you please volunteer yourself and come forward?
And any participant, please come forward to articulate yourself. It's a common forum where you can expose your knowledge and your talent.
Did you actually understand, participants, what I'm trying to tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody? I think I hope everything is clear.
No, like
A participant, you can come forward and talk any title which you like.
Or what sir said. He wants to, like he has spoke for 15 or 20 minutes. So just give a recap of that in your own way.
Exactly.
Anyone. That's what you wanted, yes, sir.
I think people are okay. We will give a shot for last 20 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Let them relax right now. Okay, I will catch hold of you people after 20 minutes. Last sessions. Okay, so ability in articulating your experience into communication, because what we have learned, okay, majority of the people will fail in expressing themselves. Right, their ability, what we have learned in MBA, what we have did in our career, they will fail. Majority of them, they knows practically, they knows what to do, but then theoretically putting it in front of the interviewer, they will fail. That is how majority of the people will get rejected. Because why? Lack of effective communication skills. Okay. They don't know how to put it across properly. I normally, when you are, practicing communications, try to make it short and crisp. Okay, communication short and crisp, and you should always concentrate on your rate of speech. Either if you are making heavy accent, no point in that. Okay, not required at all. Making heavy accent, always be neutral accent. Okay, and but when you are communicating in Tamil or any other language, please communicate in that language. Please always, when you are communicating in English, please maintain to deliver your message in English itself. Please never club up two languages at one time and talk. Okay, this also I just wanted to give you, notify you all. So other one is, I'm moving on. The next one is flexibility in adopting the changes. Okay, in an organization point of view, there will be management changes will happen at times. Many changes will happen. So you should be a good HR will be always flexible, right? In accustomed with the changes and then informing to the employees, all those things, right? Say, for example, COVID situation, right? Now we are all running with pandemic situation. So management, normally management, they will focus on, since, no big business is happening, they were focusing on downsizing the people, right? So downsizing the people and reducing the salary. These are all the measures to survive in the industry. Management will adopt these all the measures to survive in the industry. So these are all a changes happening within management. So in that change, fortunately or unfortunately, HR is the one who is a mediator, who is informing to the workers or the employees. What are all the management decisions is this. So this is what. So ability to adopt the changes and act accordingly is very much required as a successful HR person. And always, before I told you, keep low profile already. And being humble as and when required, because you should always keep a low profile. Don't show big attitude. I am a HR, because in corporate, in Cognizant, I will share my experience. Many of them I have come across in HR. They have unnecessarily showing attitude towards the employees who are all approaching them. That is not at all required. And I myself, being a department head, I have called them and informed them, please do not go ahead with this type of character being in HR. Okay, you should have a people's man. Always be a people's man. Be humble enough. Then only the next time employees will approach you. Otherwise, employees started ignoring you, or okay, this fellow is having this attitude, so he is not an approachable fellow. So that is actually a black mark in a HR career. Okay, so please don't cultivate that habit. Okay, and other thing is quality of maintaining the confidentiality. Confidentiality is very much required for a good HR person. What need to talk, what to talk. These two things. So, management, because you are acting as a licensing in between management as well as employees. So there should be some points, management will disclose to you, but you are not supposed to disclose with that employees, right? So maintain that confidentiality. Say, for example, HR policies in a company, HR policies, or HR disciplinary action procedures. So these kind of things, as and when required only, we will share it with the people. Okay, for disciplinary action, say for example, one guy is taking continuous absence, and as per our company policy, there will be for continuous absence or negligence of work, what is the disciplinary action accordingly. So we will share it. We will not share the entire disciplinary action policy to the particular people. What is required, what is that particular clause is telling, that we will share it. So say for example, others experience letter, salary certificates, all these are confidential document wherein we should know where to keep, how to keep it confidential, how to handle those, right? So these are all very important things. And then good listening skills. Okay, that is what you people are doing right now. I appreciate that if you have that. Okay, so good listening skills. A good HR person, be a good listener. Okay, and the last but not least, good observation skills. Okay, please observe the changes, what is happening, because say for example, one employee is, we don't know what is going to happen at the very next moment. Okay, so analyze the employee, observe the employee, what exactly is wanted. Okay, and then advise him, considering the current fact, considering the current situation of the management or a company, then advise him accordingly. Observe, please do not take decisions very quickly. Please observe, take some time, and then provide decisions. Okay, so these are all the, and one more thing which I have not jotted down, but I wanted to tell you, please don't lose your temper on employees. Okay, at any point of time, a good HR will be always being always possess a knowledge, quality of, they will be having a good control on their emotions and temper. So always maintain that, always keep a smile on your face, and then approach and then face the employees. Okay, that smile, even if you are not able to smile also, please, that smile should be always there for a HR person to be in a corporate perspective. Okay, so these are all the qualities of a good HR personnel from my experience, from my limited experience, I can tell you. But then, okay, so before getting into the HR functions in corporate perspective, I will take a pause here. So I would like to hear any comments or any question session from my participants. So please go ahead. Mr. Murugan, could you please? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Participants, you can post your questions. Or if you want to have an interaction, you can unmute yourself.
Come on, guys. Where are you all?
The chat room is waiting for you all.
Hello, nobody's there?
80 participants are there, sir. 80 plus participants are there.
I can take this silence in two ways. One is my message is not clear to you all, or my my everybody understood what exactly I'm talking about.
How
Okay.
far?
I think I'm started getting chats. Okay, one by one. Let me
Yes,
go.
sir. How far grooming is important for a candidate?
Grooming is important for a candidate during interview. Yes. Self grooming you're talking about. I don't understand grooming in the sense what I mean, self or somebody you assistants or something like that. Subhashini. Grooming is very much important, Subhashini. There are two things which you need to focus on at the time of preparing or attending an interview. One is, the process knowledge. Okay, the process knowledge is very much important. And the second is how you are presenting yourself, right? So these are the two areas which you need to focus on. Process knowledge, without knowledge, you will not be able to articulate. And presentations, I mean, how you are presenting yourself, that is very, very important, right? So these are all the two areas. As far as the grooming is concerned, you need to focus on, and then go ahead. Yes, I'm getting one more question from Aishwarya. Yes. Okay, good. So other participants, at least one or two questions, please, so that I also, can take us can be relaxed and get into the next session. Otherwise, I hope everybody will understand what I have spoken so far.
Yes, sir.
Yes, as an HR person, what is your view on job eliminations? Okay, job eliminations. My view is HR is a thankless job, Mr. Manas. I will get into that. Okay, once I started explaining about HR functions in a corporate perspective, I will explain you in detail about my view on that, Manas. It is actually bad, okay, but then what to do? We are all, at the end of the day, we are all a part of corporate, right? So we don't have any other options. Like, we should always keep that smile on your face and terminate the people.
And other one question, sir. I am Dr. Manikavel sir has asked the question.
I think knowledge is compared with education. No, never. Never, Manik. Knowledge has nothing to do with education, from my personal experience. Education is required to a certain point of, level of this thing, but then knowledge, through your other self development qualities, you can, groom it, and you can develop it by reading, by listening to, a lot of other conversations, YouTube. Nowadays, technology is much advanced, right? So knowledge, education, nothing to do with that. You can go ahead with that. If you have, see, I will personally recommend, if a person, if you people, anybody, any graduates or who has, getting the opportunity to get into a call center job and then transfer your profile from that job to HR will be a wonderful combination, because call center job will groom your communication skills, and you will be interacting with international clients. So there you will be able to analyze different types of accents, different types of people, how you will groom yourself by constructing sentences, and then in terms of what is that, Excel knowledge, also the computer knowledge, also you will learn from there. So that a good HR always needs these kind of things. Communication skills, positive attitude, and you should possess a good computer skills as well. So for a fresh HR graduate, this is more than enough, because I'm not deep diving into the real functionalities and technicalities in HR, because if that is the case, I mean, I will talk for 1 day session only. I cannot, conclude it in 45-minute session. It's a huge area.
You're having a lot of questions coming up. So, interesting question. Aishwarya, what is the first thing that you see in a candidate when you interview him or her?
The first thing which I notice is the personality. The personality, how she present herself. The first thing. Before I'm asking them to introduce themselves, I'll look at their resume plus the person, how he is or she is presenting themselves.
You mean their oral presentation and their appearance both?
Before getting into the communication, I will always give a weightage to their oral presentation.
Oh, great, sir. And other question is how emotional intelligence can be applied by the fresher? Can you suggest few ideas to cope up high with office stress? How do you overcome the stress of interview?
It depends on different contexts, like emotional intelligence. I mean, when you are attending an interview you're talking about, or you're already started the work you are talking about. I seriously don't understand that. But
Yes, sir.
How emotional intelligence can be applied? Emotional intelligence, HR should not be much of an emotional person. We need to have that in our mind, but we should not be overexposed. Being a HR person, we should not get overexposed to the candidate, because from the management point of view, we will be hearing on a day-to-day. We will be hearing before I said like changes, right? So not many changes. Not favorable to the employees may come across, or we may listen to a lot of changes. But then if at the time when we are emotionally bundled, we cannot able to put it across or make it established to the employees. So I would rather suggest you, please don't be an emotional character, but then emotional things should be very much required. But then we should act, to be very honest, we should act very neutral. Okay, in a corporate perspective, HR always should act very neutral. I hope.
Okay, so what are the job designations we can hold after an MBA in HR?
Now, before that, ma'am,
there is a question. Yes, sir.
My question will be: COVID-19 situation affect job opportunities? Yes, exactly.
For students.
Unfortunately, yes. But then, for each and every pandemic situations, this is not the first time world is facing pandemic situations. If you check the history, you will come across. But then each and every pandemic situations, there will be there will be if there's a start, there will be obviously there is an end, right? So we will wait. Now people are already used to it and getting accustomed with the situations, and now slowly corporates, tier 1 companies are slowly started recruitments and interview sessions and all. So you don't need to worry about it. All our time being only. So for a longer run, nothing will happen. So for all these lockdown periods, being a student, what you can do is, as I told you, as I mentioned you earlier, develop your self-development skills, and concentrate on your self-development skills and self-analysis skills. Yes. What can be the job designation after doing an MBA in HR? Right. Good question. I will take you to the exact hierarchy in HR, how to start off with. Majority of the companies, I will tell you from my example, I started with coordinator HR, right? The first designation. And then I will move to senior coordinator HR. Then I move to HR executive. Then I move to junior HR executive. Then I moved to senior HR executive. Then I moved to deputy manager HR. Then I moved to HR manager. Then I'm in that step. I don't know when I will get the next promotion. Hopefully that is in not in our hand. So the next one is senior HR manager. By that time, I would advise you people, by reaching that step, you should possess what is that? There is a PMP certification in HR, project management program. So there are different certifications you can avail once you reach that level. Senior HR manager, and then general manager HR, director HR, and then associate vice president HR, VP HR, and then go up to. So that is my, my point of view. That was the hierarchy in terms of HR. So good afternoon. Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Professor Mushtaq. Yes. If the pandemic situation goes 5 to 6 months, if it may be smaller organization, how to employer make pay salary to employees? If it is possible to, yeah. So here always you need to concentrate. As a HR, you should think about. Sometimes, you should think about employers' perspective as well, employers' shoes as well. So we know that in a pandemic situation, we cannot run the show, right? As comparing with a regular situation. So seek for the management advisor what exactly they are looking for. They will be implementing downsizing the people, right? Reduce the manpower, and then reduce the salary hike as well. You cannot pay 100% salary. Some companies are doing that. I mean, companies like Asian Paints and all, I read that they are, at the pandemic situation, they are giving bonuses and salary hikes to employees. But then I don't know how many of them got that hike, because, only for outstanding employees, maybe they have given it, not to all, because that is not impossible. That is nearly impossible in this situation. How to handle HR head terminators during this COVID period, and asking this question. My friend, she's terminating by HR head and she is working in the HR. Isha, she got terminated due to the COVID situation, or she got terminated due to her performance related issues? That I don't know. So some companies, what they will do is, from my experience, I'm telling you, because right now I am also doing that. Some poor performers will be there in the system. So management, what they will do is, they will use the COVID as a excuse and they will terminate these people. So I don't know whether that is happening in your friend's case. I am not sure about that. But then if she got really terminated because of the COVID issue, that is quite unfortunate. And the show must go on. I mean, people should never get frustrated because of this. The show must go on. This is not their career, and this is not the end of the world, right? So as a friend, what you can do is, Isha, you can, use your convincing strategies and counseling strategies and, motivate your friend. Okay. So through that, you can also be motivated by self-developing. Dr. T.S. Anand, how should you measure the performance appraisal of a HR? Yeah, performance appraisal, Anand, I will get into that. Okay, that subject. From my experience, I will get into that. I have not got into that topic. Yes, so I think I can. Okay, I have receiving one more question. Is there any option that we tend to lose? There are options, yes, tend to lose, but a good HR is there as a business unit HR. Good HR, he can stop this employment termination. Okay, there you require a good HR role, good talent manager role. I will get into that in detail. So I hope, thank you very much for all the participants, but I would rather, this thing is very clear. Written communication, I know that you people are all very well excel in that. I wanted to hear some of the voices from your side as well, So I think post the other session, like HR functions in a corporate perspective, hopefully people will speak up. Okay. So if everybody is ready, Muruga, can we go to the next session?
Yes, sir, you can.
You can, Anil.
You are there. Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So how HR functions in a corporate perspective, right? So basically, there are two types of HR. Okay, as far as a corporate is concerned, this will differ. Okay, this will differ depends on the company. Okay, so I'm not telling you this is the standard. This thing, this functions will differ depends on the company. Okay, so in a tier 1, tier 2 companies like Infosys, Wipro, or Cognizant, TCS, this is a standard structure. Okay, so two types of HR. Okay, first one is talent acquisition. Okay, and the second one is talent management. Right. So talent acquisition is nothing but we all will call recruitment HR. That is what recruitment HR. And the talent management is nothing but program HR or business HR. So these are the two types. 1 minute. Just got a message in between. Yes, so talent acquisition and talent management, right? So what are all the areas coming under talent acquisition we will see first? In recruitment HR, okay? In recruitment HR, the process flow will be like this. Recruitment, you all know from your textbooks that what is recruitment, sourcing, screening, okay? Shortlisting, onboarding. I'm not talking about that here. I'm talking about how in a corporate it will work. So there are different types of business units in a corporate. Okay. So first of all, you need to understand what is a business unit. That means service delivery business operations. What is operations plus what is support functions? So HR, finance, IT, okay, and finance, HR, IT, WFM, workforce management. These are all support functions. As far as a company is concerned, these are all support functions. Okay, and the operations is nothing but service delivery, day-to-day activities is happening, right? Business point of view, business. Say for example, retail business. Say example, retail. Retail, you take Walmart, Woolworths, okay? These are all retail businesses. So day-to-day transactions are happening. So these are all service delivery. The show must go on. So these are all retail this thing. So a daily transaction will be happening. I mean, for example, business like Walmart or Woolworths. What will happen? These are all Australian and US-based companies. They will outsource their particular operations to Indian companies like Cognizant. They will outsource their, you know what is outsourcing, right? Yes, I hope you all know what is outsourcing. Yes, so they will outsource your business to Indian company, that means Cognizant, Wipro, or whomever XYZ, and these people will be will come in a contract like 5 years, 10 years. Yes, we are ready to take up this particular process operations, and then we will do it in the best quality with a lesser price. Okay, that is what outsourcing is all about. So yes, so this is happening. This is transaction is happening. Calls are coming in. Daily transaction is happening. This may be banking sector. This may be healthcare verticals. This may be insurance sectors, so on. Okay, so that is operations all about. So now HR. HR is a support function. So this now hopefully you understood what is a business unit and or operations and then a support function HR. So now in recruitment talent acquisition, we will receive the recruitment request from the business unit. So every business unit have an operations manager. Under him, there will be supervisors. There will be executives, IT executives. Say, for example, I will take one IT as a vertical, An IT operations manager will be there, and under him there are supervisor or floor supervisors will be there, or SMEs, subject matter experts will be there. Under them there will be a team will be there, 10 or 15 members team will be there. So that is a business unit. For each and every business unit, okay, the recruitment request will go to the talent acquisition group, talent acquisition team, that means recruitment team. So they will receive the recruitment, they will do the job analysis part, job evaluations part, right person for the right job. So what they will do, they will float the vacancies. How they will float, where they will float, there are different steps, right? So they will float the vacancies in the job portals. So you know what are the job portals? Naukri, Monster, whatever. And third-party agencies also they will send. And then through advertisement, newspaper advertisement also they will float. Okay. And there is something called IJPs. IJP in HR is internal job allocations. IJA, sorry, internal job allocations. That means people whom are all, this particular thing will taken care by the workforce management team. That also comes under HR, WFM. We will call it, some corporate will call it as WFM, some corporate will call it as site team manpower resource allocation department, something like that. Okay, so these people also will be there. So because in one particular business unit, the IT executive's job is getting over. So what he will do, this particular fellow will go to the bench. There's a bench concept in all IT sectors. Okay, they will go to bench. So suddenly they will falls into WFM bucket or category. The WFM, what they will do, WFM will be touching, will get in touch with all the other business units, right? So they will float their resume internally, and they will check with the particular business operations manager, saying, I have this person, do you want him? So like that internal allocations are also happening there within a corporate. So these are all the steps, floating the vacancies, job portals, IJPs, IJAs, third-party agencies, and advertisements, right? After that, what this talent acquisition team will do, they will schedule the interview, right? They will schedule the interview, scheduling the interview, and then selection process. How the selection process, selection process is on-campus selections, off-campus drive, walk-ins, and face-to-face interviews. So these are all the selection process. After selection process, what will happen? Job offer issuing, right? Or job offer issues. So once the job offer issues, what will happen? There are in this job offer issuing different stages of job offer. One is job offer issued, okay? The other is offer accepted. Okay, these are all different stages in talent acquisition team. These are all, for all this in a big corporate, there are separate functions are running behind, okay? For all these things, different stages, job offers, offer issued, offer accepted, offer declined, offer rejected, offer rejected, and then offer declined. These are all the different stages. So offer issue, you attended the interview, you got selected, company is issuing the offer, right? So now offer accepted. The particular employee is accepting the offer, then the criteria will change to offer accepted. Now offer rejected will be the candidates got a different offer and candidates will reject the offer. Yes, so that is one stage. The other stage, offer decline. Offer, offer decline majority happening where, I'll tell you, majorly happening in this case, background verification. There is a process in HR, in recruitment HR, called the background verification. I hope everybody is aware of all the terminologies in HR. It is called BGV, okay? Normally, all the corporates, we will use short terms for all this. Background verification. So background verification in some companies, you have background verification in India, background verification for North America, background verification for, APAC region. So there are a lot of things. The process will differ, depends on the region which you are handling. So these are all outsourced by the foreign companies to the Indian companies, right? So that is where HR shared services role has come in picture. HR shared services. These are all the HR shared services are the, some corporates will come up with HR shared services because the other normal HR, talent managers or recruitment HR does not have enough time to concentrate on all these processes. So they will form a separate team in order to take care of this operation side of HR. So that is background verification and onboarding processes. So background verification, how it will happen? There are different companies, corporates will, give background verification to different companies like HighRight, Just Verify, Verifax. These are all the different background verification process, third parties. What they will do, I mean, say for example, Cognizant as a corporate, okay, they will allocate a third party called HighRight for background verification. So what these people will do, so at the time when you join the company, right, this is very important step. If we are not properly following this step as a freshers, it will be much important, very important for you to concentrate on this topic. If you are not following the proper background verification checklist, even after you got the offer in hand and you started working in that particular company, the company has all the rights. If the background verification report has come negative, company has all the rights to terminate your employment. Okay, so you should be very cautious in providing the documents in terms of background verification process. So background verification is the criteria are education and employment. So education for freshers, majorly they are focusing on education, okay, without even a break. Some companies will look for a break in between. They will, the particular candidate does not have a break so that we can hire it. Some companies will be focusing why we need to hire this fellow. He has a break, education break in 1 year, 2 year break. So some HR talent acquisition team will think that, oh, this fellow is not consistent enough in his academics or in her academics, so we don't need to go ahead with him. So like that. So you should be very specific in uploading the documents at the time of educational checks as a fresher. For experienced candidates, normally it will, okay, I'll tell you that as well. For experienced candidate, majority of the companies will check last 7 years of employment, okay, and for education they will check last 5 years of employment. So 7 or 5. Sorry, for 7 for experience, and for education it will be 5 years backward. So for experienced candidate, it will be very much mandatory when you are uploading your documents, start date, end date, again start date, end date. And in background verification check, what will happen is even your overseas education, experience also will, for experienced candidates, say for example, if you take my case, if I go back and join in any other Indian company, they will do background verification. And in fact, in companies, they will send you, send a third party, they will allocate the third party agencies and they will especially send them to overseas, and they will make you to visit your office where you work, and then they will check whether this fellow is worked in this company for so and so period in this designation. Trust me, Indian good companies like TCS, CTS and all the tier 1 companies, right? All these companies will do this, right? So you should be very specific in giving the information. If not, any discrepancy in the information, please don't, I would rather appreciate if you don't keep such documents. Otherwise, what will happen is, once you started getting into the job and you will be happy, You will be happy. You informed all your friends, relatives, and then finally your background verification process is negative. You will get rejected. You will get rejected. All right. So that situation should never happen. So keep it in your mind. There is another process called in talent acquisition. There is another process called employment verification process. That is something internal. Okay, I will take you through a glimpse for the existing employees in the company who apply for Indian employment verification, and North America is there. When I handle in Cognizant, there is a North America background verification team also is there, right? So I handle both these teams in Cognizant. So in India background verification, people, the employees, this is not for freshers, okay? This is not applicable for freshers. This is applicable only for the employees who are all working in that particular company, okay? Yes. So what will happen? They will apply for some kind of loans, mortgage loan, housing loan, any kind of loans or something like that. These bank people will call us, okay? And they will check what is his designation, whether he is withdrawing this much salary, and he's claiming that he's working from this period to this period. Is it correct? It's just a verification process. Okay. That also is a part of talent acquisition group. Okay. And the last, hello? Anybody has any questions? I can hear some sound.
Yeah.
Can you please put the speaker on mute if you don't mind?
Yes, sir. Murugan, sir? Prasanna, can you...
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Tell me, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir is hearing some noise. Sir. He wants others to mute it.
Okay, let's see.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I think somebody is on unmute. Could you please mute your session, please? Thank you.
Sorry for the interruption, sir. Please go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Yes. So last but not least, I mean, this talent acquisition team conducting this is the major part in recruitment HR job, conducting the corporate induction. Corporate induction is nothing but, addressing the new joiners in a big stage. It's like 200, 300 new joiners will be there, addressing them in terms of explaining about the company introduction, establishment of the organization, organization culture, do's and don'ts in the organization, explaining the organization structure and hierarchy of the organization, and explaining them about the horizontals and the verticals of organization. Okay, that is what we will explain in a corporate induction. And normally the corporate induction process will happen on the day of joining, and it will prolong for complete 1 day session. And they will bifurcate it into 2 sessions, morning session and afternoon session, right? So after that, majority of the company will welcome you on board all. So in that session, it will be, talent acquisition team will be giving you a speech on that. It's actually, to be very honest, a boring session, but then, being a talent acquisition HR, you should do that. That is as per the company policy, right? So I will repeat that. What are all the things? It is organizational culture. They will explain do's and don'ts. As an organization, what exactly we are expecting from your side, that also we will explain. I mean, HR will explain, and the hierarchy and the horizontals and the verticals they will explain. Okay, so that's pretty much these are all the things which is included in talent acquisition team, and now we are moving to the other HR part, talent management or program HR. Program HR or business HR. right? Terminologies are differ, depends on the company and the business process. So terminologies will differ, right? Yes. So sorry for that. Yeah. So talent manager is nothing but talent manager is the one who is taking care of the employee's life cycle. So it depends on the company. Some companies like in Middle East, okay, what will happen is talent management, talent acquisition, entire thing are taken care of under one HR only. Majority of the companies, but in systematic companies it will differ. Okay, but in India, all the tier one companies, tier two companies will follow this strategies, right? So they will follow talent management, talent acquisition. Talent management team, they are business HR. So business HR is the one who is taking care of the employee's life cycle post the onboarding process. So right from right from the each and every business unit have talent managers. Okay, that means a program HR will be there. So that HR, it's like we in a corporate we feel we are on top of the world. If you become a talent manager, to be very honest with you all, if once you reach that position, you will feel that you are on top of the world because people will look at you in a very what is that? I mean, scary or surprising. Oh my goodness! It's like how back in college, once you reach second year, the first years will come. How you will look at them, like that, So that HR always has a big respect and. It's a fear good factor is there, okay. So but then talent managers always possess being a talent manager, you should be a people's man. That is what I told you before, right? So you should possess a good attitude across your career. Then only you can become a successful talent manager or a business HR. So talent manager's role, I will tell you what are the roles. Roles will start. I told you, talent manager, each business unit has separate talent managers, right? So they have to take care of only that particular business unit worries and operations in terms of employee relations. So they will their role is like weekly connects. They will use to weekly connect with the employees in that particular business unit to understand whether are you facing any issues, are you in work-wise, are you facing any issues, are you are you happy with the company, are you happy with the organization, and they will take you for the coffee sessions as well. They are more or like employee relationship officers, right? So they will talk to you, but then they are more dangerous as well. Okay, at the same time they are dangerous, so you should always know what to talk to them and how to talk to them, because they will be notifying or observing you as a employee in that particular business unit, right? Because these people are the one who is when it comes to your performance appraisal and all, these people are the one who is doing things. So you should be very careful while interacting with these people. Yes, they will do HR connects, okay, through emails. They are the one who is doing role plays in the floor. They will come and entertain you. Floor walks they will do. Employee engage. These are all employee engagement activities, right? They will do floor connects, quiz programs. The entire purpose or entire agenda of doing this is to entertain the employee and making them a feel-good factor to work in that organization, right? A stress buster. It's a kind of stress buster. Yes. So they will initiate, and operations point of time, what will happen? Some operations manager or the supervisor will not be happy with one or the other employee. He will refer to talent manager. At that time, what will happen? This talent manager will initiate a skip level meeting. So what is in HR, this is an important term called skip level meeting. What is skip level meeting? Skip level meeting is nothing but avoid your immediate supervisor and managers, and the talent manager, the particular HR will talk to the employee. right? That is skip level meeting. Why? Because these people also will include in that meeting. You will hesitate as an associate. You will hesitate to open up your problems. So talent managers will avoid these people and they will conduct the skip level meeting in order to understand where exactly the problem lies, right? So yes, and they are the one who is taking care of this, rewards and recognition programs in a particular business unit. So there will be, for best employer of the week, best employer of the month, best employer of the year. I mean, half year, like that. They are the one who is conducting, coordinating all these programs, providing certificates, initiating the such conversations, taking you to the next level in terms of your communication, in terms of your productivity in that particular process. They will do it. Okay. So these are all motivational factors in terms of stepping into your next ladder in the career, right? And they are the one who is doing the talent managers are the one who is initiating the grievance handling process, employee grievance handling. Employee grievance handling in the sense like what all the problems you have, you can discuss with you can write, you have the freedom to write back to your talent manager, assign a talent manager, and you can tell him, say for example, you for a women employee or a whomever, you are not happy with the present shift timings which you are working. So you can write back to them, I'm not happy because considering my, my family, what is that? I mean, night shift, I will not be able to sleep properly and it is impacting my health. So something like that, you can put it and you can escalate this. So what talent managers will do, they will come and sit with you as well as your immediate supervisor. They will find out an amicable solutions. What best we can provide on that particular time, they will do it, right? So these kind of things they will do. Grievance handling. I just gave you an example. So counseling sessions, employee counseling sessions, that also is a part of this thing, talent manager's role. They will do, some women employees will not be happy. They will be facing a lot of problems back home, and they cannot concentrate when they will be at office. They cannot concentrate on their work. So at that time also they required, such employees required counseling sessions. Some of the other factors, psychological factors will affect them, mentally disturb them. And it will affect the end of the day, it will affect the production or the day-to-day operations. So in order to avoid this kind of situation also, a talent manager will play a role by giving counseling sessions. Okay. Then they are the one who is initiating HR policies. They will review the policies, right? So the HR policies is nothing but it's a framework for each and every companies in terms of HR. It's a framework. It's a written document. HR policy is a written document. We will create the HR policy. Depends on the that. But even if it is in India, that particular religion, we will create that region, we will create the framework, how the entire operations will work. These are all more related to government as well as the particular employers. In Middle East also, that is the same case. We cannot rewrite the policy as per our or amend the policy as per our company wish. It should go, the policies always should go hand in hand with the government or the particular region where the company is located, right? Yes, so they are the one who is, taking a lead of learning and development, talent managers. Learning and development is a vast, huge area in terms of talent managers' role. They will, conduct learning, training sessions, e-learnings. They will give you glimpse of, they will come to the floor, they will randomly take, topics, they will ask you to talk about that. They will develop automatically without your knowledge. They will try to help you in developing your skills. Okay, for doing that also, But before that, they need to take the approval from the supervisors or the respective project head. Then the project head will say, yes, this time you can utilize. Fine. That time only they will come and they will do all those, learning and development programs for you. Either they will do it in your floor or they will do it in a classroom session. HR payroll activities, right? Payroll activities, some companies, it depends on the company. Some companies, finance team will do payroll activities. In some companies, HR will do payroll, but basically HR has to do that payroll activities. It depends on the company, right? There is no hard and fast rules, okay? It depends on the company, the structure of the company, okay? And the feasibility of the people as well as management, right? HR budget. HR analytics also will come under HR management. HR analytics is nothing but budget, HR budget preparation. It is something, here comes your, before I mentioned that, your Microsoft Excel knowledge, tools knowledge, Microsoft Office, Word, PowerPoint, Excel knowledge. In order to prepare an HR budget, without having good Excel knowledge or MIS knowledge, you will not be able to prepare this. Okay, so a good HR person should be on top of Microsoft tools as well. All these, basically Excel, right? On Excel, what are all the things you should possess? If you have any doubt, you can write back to me. I can guide you properly, okay? Or you anytime later. I don't need to deep dive into all these things. If you have, particularly if anybody wanted to know about all those, you have my email ID with Professor Murugan. You can get it from him and write back to me. I will guide you. Okay, so HR budget preparations and yeah. So one more thing is there, attrition. Have you heard about attrition? I don't know how many of you heard about attrition. That also talent manager's role to control the attrition rate. So these all comes under HR analytics, budget, performance management, attrition level, controlling the attrition. Attrition, can anybody, you can chat, can anybody, help me with the formula of attrition, how to calculate an attrition percentage? You can chat here. Anybody? Muruga, I'm taking a pause. I just wanted that any of the participant to tell me how to calculate. There's a simple formula for calculating the attrition percentage. First of all, you know what is attrition. Attrition is nothing but the people whom are all leaving the job. People who are all getting out from the company. That is called attrition. How do you calculate attrition? Anybody knows? Please don't seek the help of Google, people. Even nobody knows also, no problem.
No idea, Anil. You can please help us to know.
Attrition is nothing but for that particular month, how we will calculate attrition. Overall total strength of the organization divided by that particular month, people of 200. That is how you will.
Unmute.
Mute, please. Doing some. Okay, thank you very much. So attrition percentage, how to calculate? Again, I'll tell you. Every month on month, we will calculate the attrition. The total number of employees in the organization divided by the people who left for that particular month into 100. That's how you will figure out attrition percentage. Okay. In HR interviews, at the time when you go for attending interviews, the interviewer will ask what is attrition, how to calculate. Then you can answer this thing. Okay. Please don't tell that you did not, come across with that term called attrition at that time. Okay. So next one is OEPM, that is Operational Excellence and Performance Management Team. So I think previously a couple of people asked how to calculate how to evaluate performance appraisal, performance management. Performance management in the corporate performance management, every Some companies it's all how they design the performance management system. Some companies half yearly they will do. Some companies will do after every 1 year, right? Majority of the companies will do after every 1 year. So 1 year, what are all the things they will do? How they will calculate the performance appraisal? They will be having each and every employee is having an access of setting up the goal settings, year-end goal settings. In that, we as an employee has to go inside to that particular portal or an ERP. Then we have to, for each and every business unit, have this particular ERP software. Okay, you need to get into that portal. It will come under your portal only. I mean, your login access. So performance year-end goal settings appraisal document. So what you need to do, you get into this, there will be different parameters in this. Parameters in the sense communication. These are the parameters for setting the goal. Communication, your productivity, your contribution towards the project, your e-learning scores. These are the 4 parameters: your communication, your productivity in that particular project, and your contribution towards a particular operations, and then your e-learning scores, right? So these are all the categories which will analyze your performance appraisals. So what they will do, I will tell you an example, okay, how they will do. There are different sets, like, so first one is there are bucketization is there for performance appraisal. Bucketization, companies will call it as the terminologies will differ, depends on the company. In Cognizant, I will tell you it is bucketization, or you can call it as a different rating. There are 4 ratings. Okay, first rating is exceed all the expectations. That is EA rating. Exceed all the expectations. Okay. The second rating is exceed most of the expectation. That is EM rating. EM, exceed most of the expectations. The third one is exceed some of the expectations. So that is ES. The fourth one is MS, meet some expectations. So these are all the 4 ones. Okay. So these bucketization based on your 4 parameters, which I told you before, they will, you will put your comments, and then that will go to your supervisor approval, and he will cross-verify it, and he will send it to operations manager's approval, and he will cross-verify it, and he will send it to talent manager's approval, right? That's how the thing will work, right? So the percentage also will differ. So when you fall in first bucket is exceed all the expectations, right? Exceed all the expectations, company will give you 40, 30% or 40%, right? 40% hike depends on the particular turnover for the company in that particular year, right? So second bucket, exceed exceed most of the EM. So that is 30%. The other one exceeds some of the expectation, that is 20%. Meet some. Okay, you are okay. So you will fall in 10%. That is how your salary hike will increase. That is how it will differ your salary hikes. So on a year on year. So these are all the categorization. I hope I am clear about the performance management evaluation, how appraisals will be happening. Again, I'm telling you, this is from my personal experience I'm talking about. The structure will differ, but the baseline will be the same. Company to company structure will differ, but the baseline will be same. Okay. And then comes to the employee retention. Employee retention. What do you mean by retention? I don't know, people, you HR people, all these terms are all, you have to please note it down. Employee retention is nothing but an employee, a valuable resource wanted to get out from the company, but how we can retain that employee back to the process. Okay, because he is a valuable resource, we don't want to lose that particular employee. So for that, how we will initiate the retention discussion. Retention discussions will initiate by the talent manager in that particular business unit. Okay. I'm not getting into the technicality of retentions. And then employee termination. Employee termination, you know what are all the different actions talent manager, what are the different steps when an employee needs to get terminated. There are different factors. First is performance factor. Okay, some people will get terminated due to the lack of attendance factor. They are performing good, but then lack of attendance. Some people, attitude problem. Okay, some people, so there are a lot of other factors involved in employee terminations. So majority will fall under the performance category. Okay, due to the lack of consistent performance, they will not be able to perform and they will get terminated, right? So the last but not least of the role of talent manager is exit interviews. Why we need to conduct exit interviews? Once you're done with the company, you are getting out from the company, and the talent managers will do exit interviews. Exit interviews, the purpose of doing exit interview is to again represent the company. It's a part of reputation of the company. You know, why collecting feedback from the previous employees. How is their, feedback about our company? How is their work culture in the company? So that there will be a certain set of questions which the talent manager will ask these ex-employees. And these employees, some people will be happy, some people may not be happy. So we will get to know which point we can take it positive, which point we can drop it just like that. Okay, positive points, feedbacks, good feedbacks, we will take it from the employee and we will try to implement. Negative points, we will not appreciate much. So this is the entire purpose of conducting an exit interview. All right. So in a nutshell, I just wanted to tell you that's all about the role of a talent manager as well, as far as I am concerned. If anything more, maybe there will be more roles as such. But again, I'm telling you, within my experience, I just shared you what are all the things which I know, and majority I have covered. But then if something which I left out, it's corporate to corporate, the functions will differ, the strategies will differ, but then the baselines will be same, right? So in order to summarize this, for a fresh graduates, you should possess, there are 4 qualities: being a good HR person, good interpersonal skills, good communication skills, good Microsoft tools knowledge, and a positive attitude, right? All this, you can become a good HR person. Okay. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Now, I can take up the questions. That's it from my side. Agor Engineering College and the Department of Management Studies, as well as Professor Murugan and Priyadarshini ma'am, to give me a wonderful opportunity to share my experience to all the participants. I hope the session will be effective and useful for your side and not a boring session. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you very much. Madam, are you there?
Yes, sir. So thank you, Mr. Anil. It was a very nice session, and you just briefed on what are all the skill sets and then how to make them ready. And also you elaborated on the roles of HR in a very interesting way. So it was like we entered an organization and we saw the roles of HR. That detail, and you were very, very down to earth in explaining it. So it was very useful for me also. Thank you so much, Mr. Anil. Thank you for your time. And as Mr. Murugan sir said, like you were very busy, and in the midst of your busy schedule, you have spared this time. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Once again, Murugan, I think I have not addressed a couple of questions. All the other questions, I think due to the lack of time constraint, you can give my email address to them. So
yes, sure, Anil, sure.
Write back to me and I can address them one by one.
Sure, Anil, thank you. Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you very much, all the participants. I would really wanted to listen any one of your sound, but then Priyadarshini madam and Murugan sound, that was quite a sad part. Okay, but then good HR have to speak up. Okay, please speak up.
Thanks for the final note. Anyone you wish to talk? You wish to pose your question? Anyone?
Participant, if you want to ask any question, unmute yourself and interact.
Any one person voice? Everyone, as you said, everyone is good in typing, sir. Lot of messages.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you very much, Anil. In spite of your busy schedule, you spared more than 1.5 hours with us. It was a useful and nice session what we had, and you shared your practical and exposure, which gave us a very good spotlight on human resource functions in the organization. Thank you very much, Anil. Thank you.
Pleasure is all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. As I told you earlier, Murugan, and madam, when I come down on September or October, definitely let me try to make a.
Please visit Tagore Engineering College,
sir.
Department of Management Studies, and interact with our student. And it is our pleasure to invite you in person.
Sure.
On behalf of our head of the department and management, I heartily welcome you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity once again, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.